Today I'm going to be reviewing the Air Jordan 3 Denim, and I'm excited to open this shoe up and see what it's really talking about. So let's go ahead and get into it. Ooh. And here we have it, the Air Jordan 3 Denim. Welcome back to the channel. What's up with you guys? How you doing? How you been? If you did not know by now, my name is DJ and this is the DNA Show. Now if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button because that helps the algorithm oh so much. And with all that being said, it is time to get into this shoe. I talked about it previously in the launch video that I did about a month or two ago, just wondering how is this shoe gonna look, how is it gonna feel. I have to really make my decision when the time comes. Well, the time is here, the time is now, and I'm ready to open these things up. Starting with the box, you have your new Air Jordan 3 box that we have been typically getting over the past couple releases. This time they went with the white with the elephant print right here with kind of that blue fade hint right here, similar to the denim vibe that we'll also be expecting on the shoe. You have a red Jumpman here on the top, all around the box, pretty basic, and on the size tag it reads Air Jordan 3 Retro SE, white, fire red, black. Retail $200. Opening up the box right here, you have your navy elephant print. You have some more paper right here with the white paper, and then we got the shoe. Oh, we got the shoe. So before we get started into the review, I will be using two different shoes for the comparison. We have the red cement 3 right here, and we have the black cement 3 right here. Two different eras, two different cuts, and then obviously the Japanese denim 3 that I'll be referring to as well in this video. So when it comes to first look and my initial impression of the sneaker, I'm honestly not mad at it. I don't think this is one of the best colorways or one of the top colorways, but it is definitely a colorway that I wouldn't mind having in my sneaker collection, and I'm glad to have these in my size. Starting with the outsole, you have an all white outsole, a red Nike hit, and a black pod here on the ball of the foot. Working our way up to the midsole, you have the same thing wrapping around with the white here and the white stitch on the toe. Predominantly white here on the midsole, a white air bubble, and then you have your classic black stripe around the back of the heel, similar to the black cement series. Now taking it up to the upper, I think there's a lot of different things that people may love or hate about this shoe. So let's go ahead and get into the elephant print first, where we have our denim vibe right here with the denim material with the elephant print here on the toe of the foot, the back of the foot, and then here around the eyelids as well, which kind of reminds me of the style with the True Blue 3, how they have the elephant print here around the eyelids, something different. So I kind of see where they call it the fire red 3, but at the same time I do also think they're taking elements and color patterns from different sneakers and meshing them all into this one to create this shoe. Looking at the leather on the upper, it's fully tumbled, it feels really nice, and the mud guard is actually tumbled as well. Typically on the Air Jordan 3 we have a smooth leather with the tumbled leather on the top, but it's all tumbled throughout. I think that's a cool hit and it gives the shoe a different little vibe. One thing that I'm not 100% sure on how I feel about this is the eyelids. You have a red, white, and black. I maybe would have preferred more of one color or maybe two colors, but the mix of three, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe if the black here at the top would have been red, that might have made it look cooler. I'm not exactly sure. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think about that. So one thing that I'm sort of disappointed about these as well is this is a $200 shoe. It's got more of a premium vibe, a more premium feel, but at the same time, typically on an Air Jordan 3 you have a hang tag with it, and then maybe you could have another extra pair of laces that could come with it as well. With the newer retros, these don't come with the extra pair of laces or a hang tag. I think it would have been a super dope addition if they would have had a hang tag that was translucent like the back tab here on the heel. So let's go ahead and get into the heel of the shoe. They have a red Nike branding printed on the back of the foot with a translucent tab, a Jordan Jumpman logo, and then a red Air right below that. A lot of people saw the images of the Japanese release and thought that was the one that would be coming to America too, but unfortunately that was only a Japan exclusive. And on the back of those it says Nike, and then it has the Air underneath that and everything like that, which is essentially Nike in katakana, which is in Japanese. But I'm just so mad that those didn't come out here because I really wanted to get those ones. I think just for me personally in my Japanese background, I think that those just really hit home and I gotta have those somehow, and I'm gonna find my way to get those in my collection. Looking at a couple more things here around the collar of the foot, you have a red here with the perforated dots, and then you have a black sock liner, something similar like how they have been doing now on the more recent Air Jordan 1s. I really appreciate these materials on the sock liners. Me personally, I think it just feels a little bit better when a shoe is on foot. Looking at the insole, you have a red Nike Air and then an all white insole. And another thing that I really appreciate about this shoe is that they did the classic OG cut style tongue on here, similar to the red cement 3 or like the UNC 3. I think when they did this right here on the tongue and gave you that old school vibe, they gotta keep doing that, because I'm telling you right now, I'm loving that hit on the shoe. So the reason why I brought out the red cement 3 is to show you guys how they were able to imitate this mold and create that here on the retro here, or like I said, the UNC 3, something like that. This shoe still comes with that similar tongue tongue and that similar cut, and a lot of people really like this cut. So I just wanted to show you guys how they are very similar. Obviously the color blocking can make the shoe look a little bit different, but overall at the end of the day, I think this cut of the shoe is very important, because we remember when the Black Cement 3 came out a few years ago, and the cut of this shoe honestly was not that good. A lot of people didn't like it, but they had to respect it and they had to be okay with it, because that's all Jordan Brand gave us. You could clearly see the difference around the ankle, the material, the padding, all these different things, the way the toe turns up, the cut and the finish of this shoe is just completely different to this style, more similar to that OG look and that OG feel. So I think when we had this right here, it was kind of a letdown, but we had to accept it anyways. But I think a lot of people are happy with this cut, and that brings me to think a sneaker like this down the line is eventually going to rise in value because the style and the cut of the shoe. So I went to Instagram and I asked the people, like I always do. If you haven't already, follow me on IG so that way you can participate in the polls, and the results will be posted here on the videos. And what I asked the people, like I always do, I said, is this shoe fire or is this shoe trash? 79% saying fire, 21% saying trash. I completely understand the people that said trash just because it's not like an OG colorway. They may have messed up on the color blocking, or maybe it just wasn't a shoe that they weren't feeling. And then I can also understand the people that said fire. The shoe is dope, it's something different, it's got a unique vibe with the back tab especially. I think it's something essential for the sneaker collection. If you're somebody who likes having Air Jordan 3s with different types of back tabs, similar to the Air Jordan 4 or something like that. So for me personally, I think this is a dope hit and a nice addition to the collection, especially if you can grab it for retail or just under retail, because I think over time the shoe is going to be worth a lot more than what it is now. So originally I saw this shoe reselling for around 300 bucks right before it had came out. The price slowly goes down after the drop, and I think over time, if you wait maybe like a Katrina 3 or something like that, typically the price ends up going up maybe a year or 2 years, maybe even 3 years later. But I think if you're able to get it for a price right now closer to retail, it's going to be worth it, because I think this shoe right here is very unique and it's definitely going to be a cool addition to the collection. It's a white shoe, so there's definitely a high percent chance of people buying the shoe now, wearing it, messing it up, and then a year or 2 years from now being like, damn, I still wish I had a pair. Next thing you know, they're worth 350 bucks, and you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I caught these at 225 or 200 or 190 or whatever it is, the type of deal that you're able to get on a shoe like this. So let me know what you think about this shoe down below in the comment section. Is it fire? Is it trash? Is it worth copping? Is it just completely terrible? Are they gonna tank in price and never be worth nothing? Are they gonna skyrocket and be worth a lot of money? Let me know how you feel about this shoe. I'm excited to hear what you have to say. My name is DJ. I'm signing out. I got to go. I'm gone. Peace.